Hello, good day. My name is Francis. I'm one of the unit managers here in D11. And today, we are going to discuss prospecting and setting of appointment. So, ano ba ang prospecting and setting of appointment? Right, so before we begin, let me start with discussing the sales process. Or the sales cycle. So, ano ba ang parts ng sales cycle? So, number one, there is prospecting and approaching, and then there is setting of appointment. That's what we're going to discuss today. Then after that, syempre, we are going to do the presentation and closing with our clients. And kapag na-close na yung sale, you will have our after sales. Alright? So, ano ba ang prospecting? Prospecting, this is the first stage of selling as you saw in our sales cycle, di ba? And ang goal natin dito is to identify potential customers. And the goal is to develop a database of likely customers. So, dapat mapagkaroon tayo ng mahabang listahan ng prospects. At paano natin gagawin yon? To help you, what you can do to start is maglista ng tigli-5 sa ating KKKK. Only K. Ano ba itong mga K na to? Number 1, you can list down 5 kapamilya na pwede nyo maging prospect, and then 5 na kaibigan, tapos 5 na kapamilya ng kaibigan, 5 na katrabaho, whether present or past na katrabaho, 5 na kakilala, 5 na kaklase, yung kaklase natin, whether it's elementary, high school, or college, and then 5 kapitbahay, or 5 ka-FB, ka-IG, at ka-TikTok, So, kahit di natin close masyado, basta nasa social media natin, pwede mong ilista dyan. 5 kaibigan from hobbies. Kunyari, nagbabalibol ka, nagte-tennis ka ba, or nag-gym ka ba, kung ano man yung sports or hobbies na meron ka. You can list down 5 of them. And then, finally, kaibigan ng kaibigan. Diba? 5 din yon. So, pag magawa mo yung 5 na yan, 50 na kaagad yung maililista mo. Pag nagawa mo yung 50, then do 5 more para tig-10. So magkakaroon ka na ng 100 prospects. So ganun lang siya kasimple, di ba, to start with. So bakit ba kailangan natin magkaroon ng maraming prospects? Kasi guys, ang prospect list natin ay ang lifeblood ng ating business. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Based po kasi sa daily success formula at ang average performance ng isang average agent, ganito po kasi siya, Kapag meron ka daw 15 na prospects, out of that 15, 5 yung masasetan mo ng appointment, Pero yung 5 na yan, most of the time, hindi naman yan lahat natutuloy. 3 lang yung natutuloy sa presentation. And out of that 3 presentations, you will have 1 sale. So, anong ibig sabihin? Diba? So, the more prospects you have, the more sales you will have. The less prospect you will have less sales. And if you don't have any prospect, you will not have any sale. Ganun lang siya kasimple, guys. So, it's really important na habain natin ang ating prospect list. Ang next step is yung setting of appointment and approach, Sa setting of appointment, guys, ang goal lang natin dito ay hindi pa muna magbenta, hindi mag-close ng sale, hindi mag-explain. Ang binebenta lang natin dito is yung appointment mismo. Mapa-agree natin sila to meet with us, whether that's face-to-face or online. Okay? So, paano ba natin mapapadali ang pag-set of appointment? Ang setting of appointment is going to be easier when you already have added value to your prospects. So, paano natin gagawin ito? Here are some examples on how you can add value. So, 10 ways. Number 1, solve a problem. Paano ka magsasolve ng problem? Whether that's insurance-related or hindi, that's good. So, for example, meron kang kaibigan na naghahanap ng yaya, di ba? So kung matulungan mo siya na makahanap ng yaya niya, that's already helping and adding value to your prospect. Okay, number 2 is to educate. Yung simpleng pag-share natin ng insurance insights, that's already educating them. Now, if you are able to talk to them in person, so kapag may nasi-share tayo na magagandang insight sa kanila, whether it's insurance related or hindi, that's already a form of educating. Number 3, listen actively. Guys, kung nakikipag-usap tayo sa mga kaibigan natin or kahit hindi nga natin kaibigan kailangan napapakita natin that we are actively listening. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Talagang naiintindihan dapat natin yung sinasabi nila. Hindi tayo nakikinig lang para lang may maisagot, no, or naka-ready na yung next question natin. Hindi dapat ganoon. Dapat ma-feel nila na talagang iniintindi natin yung mga kinukwento at sinasabi nila sa atin. Number 4, be consistent. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Yung mga sinasabi natin, dapat talagang ginagawa natin. No? So for example, meron kang kaibigan, sinabi mo, a-attend ka ng birthday ng anak niya. Dapat tutuparin natin yon, di ba? At kapag lagi tayong consistent sa pagkikip ng word natin, it's going to be very helpful in setting an appointment sa client natin. Number 5, build relationships. No? So, mas madali naman talaga na makiusap ng meeting sa mga kaibigan natin na talagang may pinagsamahan tayo. Tama ba? So, it should be our conscious effort and goal na talagang mag-build ng relationship sa bawat makikilala natin. Number 6, do the extra mile. No, example ko kanina, yung sa yaya. No? That's already doing an extra mile. Another example is, for example, may kaibigan ka nakasabay kayo sa grocery, no? At medyo madami siyang dala. Ano ba naman yung samahan mo siyang magdala sa parking ng kanyang pinag-grocery, di ba? Kung kaya naman. That's already doing an extra mile. So kapag inaya mo siya ng meeting, di ba, pagbibigyan niya tayo. Number 7, be clear and transparent. So kung mag-aaya ka ng meeting, wag mo sabihin catch up lang. Tapos mamaya, pagdating niyo dun sa kapihan, hindi pala catch up lang, meron ka palang agenda na magpe-present ka ng life insurance plans, di ba? So, baka magkaroon ng negative impact yon sa kanya. So, just be clear and transparent. Number 8, share stories and results. So guys, yung mga client meetings natin, yung mga trainings natin, yung mga awards natin, no matter how simple those awards may be, i-share natin because that's already adding value to them kasi nakikilala nila tayo na ginagalingan natin sa trabaho natin as financial advisors. Number 9, you should inspire growth. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yun nga, gagalingan lang natin, pinapakita natin na may opportunity, no, kapag sinisipagan at ginagalingan. And that should also inspire them to do better in life, di ba? So mga ganyan. Number 10, lastly, keep learning, no? So keep on studying, keep on sharpening your saw, and your clients, your prospects will be able to see that. So dapat sinishare natin. So ngayon pa lang, I want to congratulate you because you're actually doing number 10 already. So ituloy-tuloy mo lang yan. Alright? So, ano ang kailangan natin when setting of appointments? So, number 1, you must have a pen and paper, no? Or anything that you can write on, whether it's iPad or tablet, no? Basta kaya mong magsulat. Number 2, yung prospect list natin, dapat ready yan, no? So, dapat nakumpleto mo na yung 50 para marami kang message. Number 3 is yung calendar, no? Kasi importante yan para alam mo kung kailan ka din available, di ba? Number 4, kailangan ready yung laptop mo or yung iPad mo, no? Kasi there are instances na habang nag-set ka ng appointment, kailangan mo yung mga information from Cube and from even our website to help you. Diba? And then next one is kailangan mo ng business cards. Guys, kung wala pa, magpagawa kayo. Okay? Kasi it's going to be very helpful kasi baka nagsiset ka ng appointment face-to-face. Diba? So kunyari, nagbo-boothing tayo at meron tayong prospects na lumapit sa booth natin. So meron tayong maibibigay if ever. And then lastly, kailangan ready yung ating marketing collaterals, whether that's physical or yung mga soft copy na marketing collaterals natin. Reach out to your recruiter and your unit manager and they should be able to help you with those. Okay? Ayan. And then, ito yung mga skills na pwede natin gamitin in setting of appointment. Guys, hindi na natin ito babasahin isa-isa. Okay? You can simply screenshot this, no, and magagamit nyo na ito sa inyong mga spills. Alright? So, this one, ito ang gagamitin nating spill kapag ang goal natin ay makapag-set ng appointment sa kaibigan natin na nagwo-work sa isang company or sa organization or baka siya ay nasa HR or kahit hindi siya nasa HR, no? Baka pwede natin siyang pakiusapan na tulungan tayo to have a foot in the door sa kanilang kumpanya na pinagtatrabahuhan. Alright? So this is the spiel for that. Ito naman is a general message for anyone, really. So that may be your Facebook friend, Instagram friend, friend ng friend, di ba? So ito yung pwede natin gamitin sa kanila. Alright? This one naman is for specifically for our prospects na alam nating nagtatrabaho na, whether they may be Gen Z or millennials, di ba? So napakagandang skill po nito. Right? You can use this. Next one naman is for specifically sa mga kakilala natin na kasal. Okay? Whether bagong kasal yan or lumang kasal yan, medyo matagal na sila, you can use this. Kasi this is a skill that is really good in setting an appointment para matulungan natin yung mga pamilyado na. Okay? Next one, ito naman ay para sa mga may anak na. Okay? Whether it's single parent or couples, actually kahit nga sa mga tito or tita na alam natin na may pinag-aaral na pamangkin, we can use this. Siyempre, i-edit na lang natin ng konti. Okay? This one naman is para sa mga nagpaplano na for their retirement. Siyempre, hindi naman natin alam kung nagpaplano sila for retirement or hindi, di ba? So you can send this to anyone na tingin natin ay ready natin kausapin about planning for retirement. Sino ba yung mga yon? Yan yung mga nagtatrabaho na, yung mga 30s and up na, 40s, 50s, definitely. Kasi syempre sila yung mga pa-retire na. Okay, kailan ba nagre-retire? 60, 65. So dapat ba yung mga 50s lang yung kakausapin? Hindi. No? Pwede natin kausapin about retirement as early as possible. Okay? Next one, ito naman ang spiel na gagamitin natin for those na ni-refer sa atin. Diba? So may mga, baka may mga client na tayo na nahingan natin ng referral o kaya naman may mga kaibigan na tayo na sabi nila, kausapin mo tong tita ko, kausapin mo tong nanay ko, yung kapatid ko, kaibigan ko. I think pwede mo siyang kausapin about starting a life insurance plan and investment plan. So ito yung spiel na gagamitin natin sa kanila. Alright? Ito naman, guys, is yung spiel na gagamitin natin kapag on the phone, no, ang ating pagsiset ng appointment. Alright? As you can see and you will notice here, important na nagbibigay tayo ng options sa kanila. Okay? Yan, nakalagay dyan sa dulo, di ba? If you'd like to meet, if you'd like, or I'd like to meet you over coffee pala, is it Saturday 2 p.m. or 5 p.m.? Diba? So, ganyan. Alright, so like I said, no, in setting an appointment, kailangan mabanggit natin when and where. Okay, so example dito, are you available ng 5 p.m. on Saturday, July 26 or 5 p.m. on Monday, July 28 sa Starbucks Makati. Ganyan. So kaya kailangan natin yung calendar, guys, in setting an appointment. Kasi kailangan, dapat alam din natin kung kailan tayo available. Tayo na yung magsasabi ng options nila. Kasi kung hindi naman sila available on those two options na binigay natin, sila naman ang magsasabi na, hindi ako pwede ng Saturday or Monday, pwede bang Sunday na lang? Siyempre, check mo sa calendar mo kung available ka nun. Diba? Kapag nakapag-set na siya ng appointment or nakapagsabi na siya, you always have to confirm. Paano yon? No? So, kunyari nagsabi na siya ng date, syempre sabihin mo, sige, thank you ha for setting that appointment. I'll see you on Monday, July 28, 5 p.m. at Starbucks Makati. Or kung via Zoom yung meeting, online lang, via Zoom, here's the link. Okay, importante din that you will put it in your calendar and set up reminders for you para naman hindi nyo makalimutan. Kasi pag nakalimutan nyo yun, ako guys, baka hindi na siya magpaset ng appointment ulit. Okay? So, very important. Ayan. So, in setting an appointment, always have the power. Okay? Kailangan ikaw ang magbibigay ng appointment. And you don't have to worry, guys. Mas na-appreciate ng client kapag very direct tayo. sa pag-set ng appointment. Kasi mahirap din yung tatanungin natin na, kailan ka ba available? Eh, yung client, iisipin niya yung kalendaryo niya ng buong taon, infinitely. No? So, mahihirapan pa kayo mag-set ng appointment. Like I said nga kanina, kung hindi naman siya available dun sa dalawang schedule na binigay nyo, magsasabi naman yan siya. Okay? Ayan, so that's it for setting of appointment, no, and prospecting. If you have any questions, feel free to look for me and message me, and I will be glad to help you. All right, thank you so much, guys. See you. Bye.